Welcome to Risk Bytes, where we decode the rules before the robots do. I'm your host, and today we're kicking off a new series called Governing the Machines Making Sense of AI Risk. Created with the help of AI tools and guided by expert human oversight, this episode reflects a balance of innovation and trusted expertise. Because let's be honest, even a podcast about AI governance should practice a little governance of its own. Let's start with a simple question. Why does AI need governance? I mean, it's not like your Excel spreadsheet ever needed an ethics committee, right? But here's the thing. AI doesn't just crunch numbers, it makes decisions. And when those decisions shape who gets a loan, who gets hired, or even who gets paroled, we'd better make sure they're fair, safe, and accountable. Let's look at a few real headlines. A lawyer in New York used ChatGPT to write a court filing, only to find out the AI had invented fake legal cases out of thin air. A hiring algorithm quietly learned to discriminate against women because the data it was trained on reflected old biases. And in Hong Kong, a CEO was tricked by a deepfake video call and approved a massive wire transfer to a scammer. These aren't stories about bad technology. They're stories about missing guardrails. Remember, AI doesn't think. It predicts. And when you feed it flawed patterns, it can turn human bias into algorithmic policy at machine speed. That's why AI governance isn't a nice to have. It's a survival skill. AI management is about how models are built and run. And AI governance is about why they're built, who's accountable, and how we keep them from going rogue. Think of it like driving a supercar. Management tunes the engine. Governance is the steering wheel, the seatbelt, and the speed limit sign. Without it, you're just hoping the brakes work before you hit a compliance wall. And no, governance doesn't slow innovation. It creates trust at scale, so you can move fast without waking up to a regulatory nightmare or a PR disaster. In 2023, the U.S. National Institute of Standards and Technology, better known as NIST, released something called the AI Risk Management Framework, or AIRMF 1.0. If you've never heard of NIST, they're the quiet architects behind many of the standards we already follow. Cybersecurity, data privacy, and cloud risk. They saw the chaos in the AI world, everyone talking about ethics and transparency, but nobody using the same language to manage risk. So they built a common playbook for trustworthy AI. The AI RMF isn't a law, at least not yet, but it's quickly becoming the foundation for how U.S. companies align with global regulations like the EU AI Act and ISO 42001. Think of it as your AI seatbelt. It keeps innovation fast, but not reckless. Remember, AI governance isn't about controlling machines. It's about protecting people, your customers, your employees, and your reputation. When AI fails, it's not just a technical problem, it's a trust problem. And AI doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be predictably accountable. That's what governance delivers. Confidence that humans stay in the loop, even when algorithms make the first move. So now you know why AI needs governance. But who's actually writing the playbook? Who defines what trustworthy AI really means? And turns it into something CIOs, data scientists, and risk leaders can actually use. In our next episode, we'll meet NIST, the seatbelt engineers of AI. We'll unpack their framework, the 4 pillars that power it, and why every organization should understand how it works before their next AI project kicks off. Until then, remember, AI governance isn't red tape. It's your seatbelt for innovation.